Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Aim Sarasvataye Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalamyanamurtim Bhavadidan Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namame Chaitanyam Shasvatam Shantam Nirakalam Nirandalam Nada Bindu Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dhyanamulam Guru Murti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapandraya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Gateshwarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Shaliji Namaha. Om Shri Goswami Kriyanandaji Namaha. Most beloved and precious Ishtatevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, Yanamaha. O ye powers that be, in all of the realms, Yanamaha. Bless us, bless our meditation, bless our time together. May the way be cleared for us. May we see that which needs to be seen, hear that which needs to be heard, and walk with ever greater wisdom and equanimity. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Shri Hanumanji Yanamaha. Namaste. Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday meditation. It is a joy to be with you today after having some wonderful time off to rest and letting you have some wonderful meditation experience with Swami Pranananda. We have entered another sacred time, another time that is most opportune for spiritual growth. Your spiritual growth, my spiritual growth. A time that is opportune to learn, to adjust, adapt, and acclimatize. When the weather's cold, as it is at this moment, ridiculously snow here in Chicago after 70-degree weather 2 days ago, we put coats on. When the weather is hot, we take the coats off. But this action on the gross physical plane must be matched by the way that we behave, the way that we think, the way that we speak, the way that we talk, as the environment around us changes. You and I, we are a part of Indra's net. Remember Indra's net, the great net that stretches into infinity, that has jewels, little jewels. You and I, we are a jewel in Indra's net. Those jewels are polished. As the jewel is polished, the entire net is polished. What happens to you, what happens to me, is not external, my beloved, but it is through us. Not external to us, but through us. You see something happening out there and it looks uncomfortable. The question is not, is it uncomfortable? The question is, how am I? How are you? How are we going to react to that which has happened? For how we react radiates through the entire macrocosm of which we are a part. What we do radiates through that entire macrocosm of which we are a part. Now there's a petite problem, and that's the problem of the human mind. The monkey mind, if you will, the mind that likes to go here and here and here and here and here and here all at the same time. All 12 hands, all 12 tendrils going at the same time. It's a petite problem, hard to concentrate. When you have 30 seconds of this and 30 seconds of that and 10 seconds of this and 5 seconds of that, what happens? Your capacity for discernment dissolves away. Our youngest niece was having lunch with our youngest niece a few weeks ago, and she's in her mid-20s, and she said, I'm really become concerned about my mind, which is a strange, unexpected thing for her to say. And I said, really? She said, yes. I've had to put an app on my phone and my tablets because I'm losing my ability to concentrate. I sit down to read a book, and she's an avid reader, and I get bored. And I want to do something else. Now, I thought it was very wise of her that she was aware of this. And I said, well, what happened? She says, after 3 days of using this app, I can see already an improvement in my ability to concentrate, an improvement in my ability to discern, because I'm not constantly driven by this desire to see what's going on here, what's going on there, what's going on elsewhere. Now, what's this magical time we've walked into? Well, I have a lot of planets in Aries, either in Aries or they're moving into Aries or they will be in Aries. And Aries today is considered the first sign of the zodiac. Thousands of years ago, the first sign was Pisces, but life has changed. And the first sign is considered Aries, which is the manifestation of I am. I am, I am, I am. What a silly thought that is. But we walk around with this. We all walk around with this idea, I am. And so the question that we have to ask ourselves at this time is, well, who and what am I? That I am so attached to, that all of my actions, all my thoughts, my speech, and my actions are filtered by this concept of I am. One needs to, on the spiritual path, replace that I am, or take it to the higher level, right? The highest of the levels. You know, the I am, the Aries principle, is ruled by Mars, the spiritual warrior, the defender of what? Your capacity to practice, your capacity to concentrate, your capacity to evolve spiritually. Not your capacity for power, not your capacity for name and fame. All of that is ephemeral. You can have, great fame today, and, 100 years from now, they won't know you. You could be the big boss. You could be in charge of everything. The country, the state, the city, your corporation, your family, whatever. It all goes away, my beloved. It all fades away. What do we keep? What do we want to keep? What do we keep? Your spirit is eternal, but linked to that spirit is your soul, your individual memory track, lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. That's what you're keeping. Your spirit is all of the awareness of all the totality of all existence. But, the great but, what is this memory track? How is it helpful to you? And how does it impact your life? The great author Viollet Leduc wrote at one time that there is no such thing as the truth, as being able to perceive, describe, or see the truth. And that's a very mystical statement, because the point that she was trying to make is that for most of us, I would say 99.99% of us, any memory that we have, any perception that we have is altered. You have the memory of a moment, you think, but you really don't. If you had a memory of this moment, this individual moment, would your memory be able to include the name of every single book that's on these bookshelves, or every single image that's there, or every single murti that's there? Or if I turn to the altar, would your memory include the specifics? And for me, sitting here, would my memory include everything? If the memory is to be true, it has to include everything. But for most of us, what happens is there's one thing we focus on, or more than one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe six, if we're lucky, maybe six, that we focus on. Thus, it's a false memory. And we have what in yoga is called the memory of the memory. All right, so I'm remembering this moment, And what do I remember? Well, let's say I choose to remember the image of my guru in a namaste posture. So right now, that image is within this totality of what you can see, what I can see. But that memory, for me, is filtered by all of my emotional, logical, all of my memories linked to that particular image, to that particular person. So that if I remember it again, then I am remembering an altered memory. I am remembering, oh, how I felt when I looked at that memory, how I looked at that image. And then the 15th time, I am nowhere near the original memory. It is a memory of 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 a memory, etc., etc., etc. So what is the spiritual conundrum? The spiritual conundrum is, what are you choosing to focus on? What are you choosing to pour your energy into? Where are you choosing to pour your energy? And how, thus, is that going to affect your life today, next week, next month? Too often, the mind is trying to find the exact word. Here's the word, stained. This is the word my guru says, the mind is stained. Stained is the word we use in English to refer to karma and the effect that karma has on your soul, your memory track, your experience in life. Your mind is stained. Just like you would take a paint stain and paint a piece of wood, you can color it. It has coloration to it. And as you add stain over stain over stain, color over color over color, day over day over day, the original is altered. But what you want is the original. Now, all of this is complicated. Perry has an experience. Perry saw my guru when that photograph was taken. He never saw the image, but he saw the picture being taken. So what does he do? Why, he tells Aril, he tells Julie, he tells Satyananda. Each person, he tells Julie, Julie tells Aril, Aril tells Vemun, Vemun tells Dorothea. Dorothea's never seen the picture. Dorothea's never talked to Perry. And so it's like the game of telephone, except that we play it spiritually. The game of telephone you play when you're a child, this is the first person says something and you go around the circle to see how it's altered by the time it gets back to the end. The problem is we do this every day. We do it repeatedly. We do it when we hear something, when you read something, when somebody tells you something. You do not, unless you spiritually endeavor to do so, you don't repeat it as it is. You repeat it with your filter, or if you will, your commentary. We have these great commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita or the Mahabharata or the Upanishads. And how often do you go back to the original text? What is the quest? Why is it important now? Well, Mercury is retrograde at this time. Mercury is the planet that reflects your memory track. It goes retrograde about 3 times a year for a period of time. Mystically, now you might be born with a Mercury retrograde. You might have had a Mercury retrograde in your horoscope by progression. which I did for a period of time. Whether those things are true or not for all humans at this time, for all earthlings at this time, the Mercury is retrograde. What a wonderful opportunity for the mystics say that what I learn, not what I hear, not what I imagine, not what I tell stories about, but what I learn at this time will stay with me forever. Not to the end of this lifetime, not till tomorrow, but it will be in my memory track, in my memory bank. It will stay with me from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. So what is there to learn? What is it that you wish to learn? What is it you can learn? Well, once upon a yogi time, there was a monkey. Now, you and I know monkeys. You've got one in here. Your mind is a monkey, right? And the monkey swung from one branch to another branch, from one tree to another tree, crying and talking and chattering away. But this monkey happened one day to be walking through the forest, and his eyes rested upon his Lord, if you will. And as if struck by a thunderbolt, he stopped. For in front of him he saw the ultimate goodness for him. Rama, 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 Ram. Rama, Rama, Ram. He began to hear that sound surrounding him in the forest. The light in front of him was filled. Rama, 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 Ram. Every bone in his body, the name Rama, Rama, Ram was written as he stood, thunderstruck, if you will, seeing again, not for the first time, but for the 100,000th time, his Lord, his Ishtadevata, the being whom he had devoted his entire incarnations, all of his incarnations, he had devoted to attunement to his Lord. Like you and me, he had a problem, a petite problem, like you and me, but a blessing. He was born into this, a body that didn't look like this. Yeah, they say this is one of the images that it looked like. He had to do something to remember his Lord. So he chanted, Rama, 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 Ram, Rama, Rama, Ram, Rama, 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 Ram, Rama, Rama, Ram, Jaya Bajrangi, Jaya Hanuman, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bajrangi, another name for Rama. But Hanuman is considered really to be one of the highest symbols of the disciple, of the soul who is devoted in their spiritual quest to their Lord, to oneness with the divine. They are devoted. So, what did he do? What did he do? Everything that he did was devoted to Rama, everything. But one day, Rama called him and said, Hanumanji, my beloved Sita, is sick. And the doctors say there's an herb, whichever you prefer, on the other side of the mountains, the other side of the jungle. I need you to go and bring it back. It's called, all Hanuman heard was Rama, 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 Ram, Rama, 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 Ram, mountain, Rama, 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 Ram. So he goes. You've got to say that Hanumanji was single focused. He flew to the other side of the mountain, and he gets there, the other side of the continent, and he gets there, and what happens? He realizes, oh man, here I am. All that I heard was, I need, and then Rama, 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 Ram, Rama, 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 Ram. So doesn't know what to do. The whole mountain is filled. Well, there's one answer here. Yeah, looks a little heavy, but Rama wants it. Scoops up the mountain, says, Mountain G, would you come with me? Of course, scoops up the mountain and carries it back. All the while chanting Rama, 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 Rama. Gets back, places the mountain outside of the courtyard and says, my Lord, the mountain is here. Rama shakes his head and says, Hanumanji, you couldn't bring back the herb. And I'm sorry, my Lord. All I could remember was Rama, Rama, Ram. Rama, Rama, Ram. And his Lord reached over with his hand and blessed Hanumanji, placing his hand upon his forehead, igniting the light that was in Hanumanji so that it remained bright and brilliant. What about you? What's the one thing that you want to carry with you from this lifetime to the next, to the next, to the next? The one thing. Make note of what came to your mind. Not the 10,000 things. Not the 1,000 permutation of the one. What is the one that is important to you? Hear it. Hold it. And if your mind is confused, that's all right. Use it as an opportunity to go inside, to meditate, to reflect, to say, I must do something so that I can see the one that I wish to take with me, that I will take with me, that I strive to take with me, the one thing. In Kriya Yoga philosophy, it is said that one of the primary problems that humans have is that in this lifetime, you want to be a musician. So you practice and practice and practice and practice. But all of a sudden, at the next lifetime, you decide you want to be somehow. You haven't achieved the greatness that you wanted to achieve as a musician, but you want to be a dancer. So you get born into the next incarnation with these great music skills, but you don't really want to play music. You want to dance. And the third lifetime, you want to be a businessman, a banker. It's a problem. We need to be able to find a single direction. One. And so you, for you, have to say, what is it? What is most important to you? Do you want to take wisdom with you? Do you want to take compassion with you? Do you want to take your memory track with you? Do you want to take your devotion with you? Do you want to take your financial skills or your musical skills? You see these young people performing in concert halls around the world when they're 6, 7, 10 years old. How do you do that? How do you do that? The answer comes back, it's practice. It's practice. But it's not practice in one lifetime. It's practice again and again and again and again and again. So what am I trying to say to you today is that we are at a special time, a time where turning inward, reflecting upon your life, reflecting upon what you want to take with you. And whatever it is that you want to take with you, you need to cultivate now. For what you feed is what you will carry forward. What you feed is what you will carry forward. Every experience you have in your life is just an experience. What is important is how you react to that experience. How are you going to react? Are you going to react with fear? Are you going to react with anger? Are you going to react with compassion, with understanding, with wisdom? Letting go of the emotions of your mind takes effort and practice. Effort and practice. And if anybody tells you that Kriya Yoga is not about practice, then they're on a different train than I am. They're on a different path than I have been taught. Because, it's Kriya is action. Yoga is yoking your mind and body together. Kriya is sacred action. The name of the entire system says you have to do something. And you can say, sitting here doing nothing, spring comes. That's true. But you never sit here doing nothing. You never sit here doing nothing. So stop, right? You're going to have a chance today, tomorrow, as you meditate, as you turn inward, to reflect on what's important to you. Now, I'm going to, before we go into our meditation, just give you a little hint, all right? As you sit in your tarka, in your deep reflection, and you ask yourself, well, what is important to me? So, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to, I'm so disappointed I didn't do this, I didn't do that. You have to ask yourself, did I want that? Or is that something that mom wanted or dad wanted or brother, my culture says I should want? What do I really want? And our lives are about experiences, and learning, so that we can see ultimately what this is about. This, the great, wonder that is around us. What is this about? That's what our life is about. So what is this about? Is what we can see. I remember having a conversation with my guru not very long ago, a few eye blinks. And I said, well, what are you going to do the next time? What are you going to do? And he said, well, I made some mistakes this time. I'm going to do it differently next time. And I thought that was very interesting because I didn't expect him to say that. I was very much in error in what I thought he was going to say. And then he went on to tell me what he thought his mistake was. But my error is I had not seen until he said it to me what he was trying to accomplish in this lifetime. Your life and my life is about seeking out our own illumination. When I share with you, when I teach you, it helps me. It's a Kriya, just like breathing, i.e. Kriya, just like breathing Hamsa Kriya, just like forgiving, it's a Kriya. What is important to you? What brings you joy? That is what you need to ask yourself as we move forward, as you move forward with your reflection. You know that the world is in a period of great chaos and change at this moment. And so we will gather together. As we are gathered together, we will offer our meditative prayers that all of the earthlings be blessed, that all of the earthlings have what they need. You and me, we're earthlings too. So as we offer our energy to others, so we will receive it. Your capacity to bless is directly correlated to your capacity to be non-judgmental. Okay? You all have a portion of your soul that is not judgmental. So know that you all have the capacity to bless. All of you. You can bless. A seminarian said to me one time, I don't think my prayers are worth anything, so I'm afraid to pray. Oh, no. Everyone has the capacity to bless life. And so I'm going to reinforce one more thing today. One thing. You and I are a part of Indra's net. You are a jewel in Indra's net. This net that encompasses all of us that we cannot separate from, that we are a part of. You are a jewel in that net. Anything that you do to improve your life, to become happier, to become more balanced, to become enlightened, the entire net receives your blessing. Unfortunately, as your mind becomes more emotional, the entire net receives that blessing. So what is important? What is important is how we react to the events that appear to be happening externally to us. Forgive. Let go. Bless, and ask, what am I learning? What can I learn from this experience, in this time, in this place, now? So I would ask you to join with me, please, as we meditate, as we pray, as we offer our spiritual energies to all of those in need. Namaste Ji. Sitting with your spine erect, your hands in the Om Mudra, the index finger and the thumb together. Turn your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring your head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath, pulling the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body. Again, from the trunk of the body to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Now take that energy as a golden ball of light and move it in front of you. Expand that light and sweep around your body, moving counterclockwise 3 times. Encase your entire being in golden light. Now expand that golden light and ascend. Above the room, above the building, above the continent. Ascend as high as you are able. Om Namo 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 until you reach the high place of meditation. In this high place, call upon your chosen form of the divine to be with you, your Ishtadevata, the highest of good that you know. Greet your beloved Ishta. See the face of your Ishta. Smiling upon you. In front of you, you see a mountain. You see a brilliant light shining halfway up the mountain, radiating down calling upon you. A stream of light calling you forth. Your Ishta offers you its hand. You feel the Divine One supporting you. You ascend through the light. It goes brighter and brighter until you reach the clearing. You are in front of an exquisite shrine. Perfect for you. The light invites you into the shrine, welcoming. As you enter the shrine, you know this is a shrine of healing, of lifting. You're drawn to the back of the shrine. A beautiful pool of light calls you, a color of healing that you need. You step into the pool and submerge yourself in the light. Walking through the pool, you see in front of you a waterfall of light. Welcoming you, inviting you to stand in its presence. The light pours down upon your crown center as you stand under the waterfall. Te Be Tsu Te Baya. 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 As the light pours upon you, all of the old dissolves away. The gluiness, the stickiness, the emotionality, all dissolves away, filled instead with light. Walking forth from the waterfall of light, through the pool of light, you feel your body slightly levitating. Breathing in all the colors of light, of healing in this shrine. Refreshed and healed anew, you meet your Ishtadevata, your Lord. Reaching out your hand, you take hold of the hand of your Lord, and you together return to the highest place of meditation, the high place of meditation. And joining in the Sangha of meditators, of Kriyabans, of seekers who are sending forth their blessings. Our Sangha joins together at this time around the Jyoti light, the eternal light divine that stays lit within the holy place that thou art, lit at your sun center. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee to be with us at this moment. O ye powers that be, in all of thy names, in all of thy forms, in all the traditions, we call upon thee as we send forth our petitions, that you pour forth your energy along with ours, that our darshan, that our blessings be a blessing unto all of those who are in need. As we send forth our blessings, we will use the Om Shanti mantra. Feel as you say these words that the Shanti mantra sends forth radiant circles of Anandic bliss or dewdrops of Anandic bliss, whichever you see most clearly as you chant that you and your Ishta, that you and the Divine One send forth the bliss. First to Mother Gaia, with our gratitude, our thanks that we have incarnated in this life upon you, that we are a part of you, that all that you need be given unto thee, that our presence upon thee, within thee, be a blessing. And let us chant the Om Shanti mantra 7 times. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we where these blessings are needed, how they are needed. We ask thee as we send forth our prayers just for this, that the karma be softened. We know that if the karma is softened, that it will be easier for the earthlings to deal with. We ask this. We ask for your support. We ask for your blessings as we send forth our blessings. For all of those who are living with water insecurity, for all of those who are living with food insecurity, for all of those who are living with shelter insecurity, for all of those who are living with economic insecurity, for all of those who are living with health insecurity, for all of those who are living in violent and unsafe circumstances, we send forth our blessings, feeling the golden dewdrops of Shanti pouring forth. Let us chant the mantra 12 times, feeling the blessings pouring forth from your sun center, the sun center of your Ishtas, the sun centers of the powers that be, to all of those beings in these circumstances. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, there are those earthlings upon the earth whose karma is such that their words, their thoughts, their words, their speech, their actions affect the rest of the earthlings. We ask thee to pour forth thy blessings, that the imbalances be balanced, that the cruelty be neutralized, that the selfishness, the greed, all of the negative emotionality be brought into balance, that hope and courage pour forth to all the earthlings, that those whose karma is affecting so many, that their karma be softened, that they be healed, that they may see that which is being done. That we might allow the experiences of this life to flow through us with equanimity, with wisdom, with compassion, with nonviolence. Pour forth thy blessings upon us and upon all of those who are in need. And again, 12 times the Om Shanti mantra. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Arihit Om. Thou art blessed. Become an ever greater blessing unto all of those who enter your aura. Namaste ji. Namaskar.